You see, now I saw John's comment, right? So I'm not gonna say what he said in it. So I'm gonna say, what's good in it? What's another word for that? Everyone doing well. What's good though? Hope everyone's doing all right. Mm, 1 second. Give me 1 second there, guys. Mm. It's a Friday night. I'm chilling with you guys. I appreciate you guys actually being on there. So, and I can see there's John here. ND's in the house. Berlin saying it's 3 a.m. in India. Appreciate the Indians actually watching my show at this time of the night. It is really, really late as well. So, yeah, that's the I was out in it, so I just got back here, back home. But like some of you guys who actually know me quite well enough, like ND himself, I like to dress quite well. One of the things is like for me, dressing is just like I don't know. I like to spend money on clothes. That's my pet peeve. That really truly. But got Bombing in the house as well. Appreciate you guys there. So what we're gonna do today is look at crypto as a whole. I think we want to pay attention to the dollar index as the key thing as well, because everyone's actually trying to work out. Appreciate that, Berlin. Big love for that. Yeah, so we want to work out if the market's going down. The first thing we need to actually understand is it's all got to do with dollar index, right? If dollar index is looking bearish, great. It's a good sign for stocks. Good sign for crypto. Stocks made a high today. Stocks made a high, and that's a very interesting thing going on forward as well. And after that, we'll talk about Ethereum. We spent some time on BTC dominance and Ethereum dominance, that kind of stuff. EPTC, what we're looking at in terms of the market in total too, and then we can actually relate that into alt itself as a whole, general. And if we have some time, we can take some fires in terms of your alt requests. So, without further ado, let's get right into it as well. Dollar index is our cheat code. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely as well. I don't know if you have a thing if I told you this as well. So like, you guys are aware that we talked about this is being 2016's high, 2016's low. You know, deviation looks like a deviation here. We're at resistance. This area here is last year's January's range, and you can see how we just consolidated in that area. So there's nothing too much to say apart from it. What will actually help us is that if we get down below the yearly open, and then we can start saying, yeah, we're taking out this liquidity, work our way down to the mid-range of 2016's mid-range, which is 97, and then we'll start looking at 92. But there's a bit of time for that. So, you know, when you look at this, right, key point is that we come into resistance. Now, I was speaking to my brother Kazi as well, and he's bullish on dollar index as well, which I can understand. I can totally understand that, and that's the thing is, it's like it's two different points, and I really wanted to go, jump on to the all-time high podcast today, and you know, have the two opposing views, one that's bullish, one that's bearish there as well, and we can discuss this like as gentlemen really as well. But unfortunately, you know, things happen, and you know, we aren't able to do it, so we'll just carry on with this stream as it is. Now, SPX is at an all-time high. If the stocks is going high, I mean, you tell me, is that good for crypto or bad for crypto? It should be good, right? So with that being said, Bitcoin's going to follow through eventually. It's just a moment of time as well. Just a matter of time. I know we saw Grayscale selling their Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. Let them do what they got to do. It doesn't really matter. We know there's a halving coming up. And when the halving comes up, when is the halving? Let's just quickly check that out. BTC halving 2024. Yeah, April 20th. April 20th. So, in terms of the countdown, as you can see right now, we've got how many days? Fucking 91 days. 91 days is 3 months, and within 3 months, it would just disappear. Like, if you think about it, 2023 just disappeared already. We're now going to 2024. You know, half of the month is actually done. So that's how quick it is. So before you know it, 91 days is going to be over and done with. After the Bitcoin halving, then it becomes a very bullish market. And then we go to the ascension, to the upside, right? So everyone understands how that works. If not, you can just, you know, Google up Bitcoin halving and explain the halving situation, how it works. It's just basically like Bitcoin halving cycle is a pre-programmed algorithmic reduction in BTC rewards, as visually shown below. So every year, right, every 4 years is a reduction of half. right? So the Bitcoin miners is cut in half every 210,000 blocks, or approximately every 4 years, which we're coming up to in April 2020, approximately. It could be a bit earlier, it could be a little bit later, we don't know. At this halving date, the block reward is reduced by half, as visualized in the Bitcoin halving chart graph. So which means that price for them to actually, in a way, if you break it down, for price to for the miners to be profitable, the Bitcoin price has to be doubled. Otherwise, it's not profitable. Why would you mine it? And they've been doing this every 4 years, and the price has been going up every single 4 years. And you can start, if you've been here in 2020, we had the halving in May. As you can see, 2020, yeah, it was in May. May the 11th itself, the block reward was 6.25 Bitcoin. Now the next one's gonna go half in April 2024 is gonna be 3.125 Bitcoin. So it's just a reduction in Bitcoins, and which allows it's a catalyst for a bullish play. So with that being in mind, we want Bitcoin to drop. I mean, if we look at the last one, which was May 2020, where was Bitcoin? May 2020. Let's get the thing here. Sorry, where was dollar? May 11th, right? So we look at May 11th. Where is it? Together, it was right here. This candle up. This candle up was May the 11th of the halving itself. And as you can see, in terms of price action, we were getting capped at this order block here, where we were unable to break above to show bullish price action to go for higher prices towards this high and into 2016 high. We kept making lower highs. And then once we lose this level there, breaking market structure, and then dollar index is collapsing. As dollar index is collapsing, Bitcoin is rising up. So it's the same situation we're looking forward. So with this, is there going to be another consolidation in this area, like in around April time? I don't know. But we are ready to see the price action as it is on dollar index to be bearish. Now, how do I break this down? What's going on, Labinot? How you doing, man? And yeah, that's true, Berlin. The sentiment is bearish right now. How many people are looking for lower prices right now? I don't think, there's too many mans talking about 32k. It's the same thing when they were looking at freaking, when Bitcoin went up to 20k, they're looking for 10k. When Bitcoin went to 30k, they were looking for 10k. You came to 24, 25, and you still want enough. You still want more. You still want lower prices. And you went to 30k, and then you want it to go down to to 10k again. Then we went to 40k. What's happened? It's always the same sentiment that they always bears are always going to talk quite loud. And if you look at it, I think on Twitter, it's a very bearish sentiment going around. Now we'll get to the SPX in a moment itself, right? But from a dollar index point of view, right, what I'm looking at is that if I look on the weekly, this chart here shows me we're at the mid range. Okay, ideally a breakdown over here. You're looking for lower prices itself, but normally price plays from the low to the mid to high. So if we reclaim this, all bets is off, and then I have to accept we're going to go up to higher prices towards this level here, and then towards January's high. Okay. However, with the weekly, I can start to ascertain that this high, there's a range bound environment here. So we've got liquidity, which has finally been taken out on the second week. So that's the first week of January, second week, and on the third week, we've taken out the liquidity. If we can get down below here and break down, that will allow me to go to the mid-range down to the range low where there's liquidity, and what we have over here is January's high. Sorry, January's open, which is the yearly open, and that's where we want to get back below and allow the confirmation for lower prices. So it's not fully turned on us yet on dollar index. It's just we need to get below 103, and that's the key point there, and find resistance. Then we can go down on the ascension on the downside there. So we got Khalil in the house. Walaikum salam, my bro. Good to have you here. We got Crypto Wiz, man. Appreciate you being here though. Fucking cigarette keeps burning out, man. It's pissing me off a little bit. Have a fucking sip. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So dollar index. Now we got dollar index at macro resistance, right, which is this level here. At the same time, if I go to the SPX, we have now made a new high, an all-time high. We pushed above these highs there. This was the high. So this is a monthly order block right there. We found resistance over here, found resistance over here, found resistance over here. You can see the sell-off that keeps happening. Then we've come into here, consolidated, a breakout, bullish price action. This is fucking bullish. And what we should start to see is dollar index will start to collapse a little bit, and Bitcoin will start to rise up a little bit. So Bitcoin always tends to chase the SPX. It's not the other way around. So when you see when you start to see the Bitcoin overtake the SPX, and there's a way to do so. We'll do that on another day. 1 second down. Yeah, when you see that, like we'll do that another day. But Bitcoin, when it overtakes the SPX in terms of the relative strength, then what happens is that's retail coming in place. So, you know, we're seeing that SPX is pushing up, and Bitcoin is actually down over here, consolidating over here, and it's slowly pushing up a little bit there, as you can, well, you guys can't see on the right hand side over here, but like on the percentage, we're in greens for the time being as well. It's going to be, it looks like a daily, a bullish day close. So if SPX is looking bullish like that, Bitcoin, it's only a moment of time to actually for it to rise up. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the breakout over here. When we start making higher highs, look from here, this level here, this high caps the market there. We do a deviation, resistance, bullish market structure, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's broken it. The confirmation comes about when on this day, on the 22nd or the 20th, let's call it on the freaking 29th of May, and then we start making higher highs, and then we retest it as well. So on the 29th of May, look at Bitcoin. Yeah, but the Bitcoin was trying to actually trying to catch up with the SPX. Because if I do this right, I'll show it to you. Fuck it, I'll do it now. If I overlap this, right, I'm gonna do this once. This is a mad alpha that, when used correctly, you would be in a good space. Okay, so what you've got here is an overlap of Bitcoin. I don't like this chart. Yeah, fuck it, doesn't really matter too much, right? What you got here is an overlap of Bitcoin and SPX. So let me just make this chart as a line, right? And you see how each time let me move my head. I'm gonna just hide myself for a second there, right? So you see how every time like Bitcoin and SPX intertwine over here, SPX rises faster than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a slow grind, and then it's trying to play catch up with this point over here, and it does find a catch up, and it reacts and gets underneath it. Normally, Bitcoin should stay underneath SPX. That's the relative strength itself, right? When we do get above it, it's very shortly overlived, and then get back underneath, and it find resistance, and then this moment here, that pump over is your thingy, is your retail. That's your retail. That's basically when it's the Bitcoin and SPX, the correlation between the two of them is trying to tell you that Bitcoin is overtaking the power of SPX in terms of buying power, right? In terms of like the chart movement, and then that's not normally what should happen. And then you can see we get underneath it, and it's all orderly restored. We slowly get above it again. One more retail thing buy into it, and then SPX stays above Bitcoin, and Bitcoin never really touches it. And you can see over here, we try to come into it, but by that time it's over here. So we are still trying to play catch up with the freaking SPX, you know. So it's always playing a catch up. And when we were playing down, and see how the gap is so wide, right? It's so wide. There's a divergence away. This plays catch up. It starts back down, quite close to enough to it itself. It doesn't come into touch it into it as well, but it rises up. And when it breaks market structure, I mean, like when you look at it this way, it was actually Bitcoin that broke market structure first. Because the market structure we had to break it for SPX is this high over here, and that happened afterwards. And now look how strong and volatile this is. This was trying to actually be strong and volatile to catch up to it, but it didn't have enough strength itself. So now we are seeing, you can see price is moving up, price moved down, and is now going sideways. Eventually it's going to do this. That's what it looks like to me. So which means that, does it come down to 32k? That's the key point. Does it come down to 32k, or does it not go down to 32k, and do we actually break above it and whatnot? I mean, ideally, what the key thing is, there's a double top of it. You can see break above here, bullish price action. That will be confirmation above these highs to go up higher prices. That's all you're looking at. That's all you're looking at over here for now, right? In my opinion, it's at consolidation. It's at consolidation. So what I mean by that is that, if you remember how the gold chart, let me show you the gold chart itself. Let me go on Google, gold ETF chart, and you can see this chart over here. Just hide this for a second. And what it is, Gold consolidated in a period of time right at the base of here, and then it did the rally, right? So I think that's what's happening right now. It's all a consolidation right now. Okay, so when you think about it, like if there's a lot of story about this whole ETF, and we finally got the ETF, and then we pull back, right? And we have had a like, is it a nasty pullback? I've seen nastier pullbacks, and I'm sure you guys have seen nastier pullbacks in 2022. And that wasn't even a pullback. That was fucking horrible. That was game over. But even in January 21, we had a pullback too, as well, back to the yearly open when we went to 40k. So, you know, like this is not anything new. It really isn't anything new. This is all just like a relation to gold and Bitcoin and how they're actually looking at what's going on. Harabalos. I keep saying it wrong, man, bro. Fucking hell. So, if you look at it this way now, look at Bitcoin. Let me get rid of this shit. Keep it nice and clean. Go back to my candles. Thank God, I was a bit scared. I was like, fucking hell, if I lose that black and white, I can't be asked to do that. But really and truly, let me go to this chart right here. This chart here, consolidation's going on here. I think this is the area of consolidation. This is on the weekly. This high acts as resistance. Resistance as a deviation. All this is resistance. Just take out liquidity. That's what it is. And as we come back down to this area here, and it's coming to support. The yearly open is the key point. Now, we are below the yearly open. It's not great. I get it. I understand. However, how would I look to short? I mean, let's do the short plan. The short plan, the only way for me to look to short is that if we come back down. Let me go into the daily. Right? There we go. So, if we break down over here, then I would say, yeah, alright, cool. I'll see target 1 as here. That's the first target here. And then, if we were to lose this level here, then I will go for the next level, which is 32k. Which is about here. Alright, yeah, let's just do it here. That fucking high, sorry. That'll be my next set of targets there. That's the only way I'm looking for shorts. So we got a plan to work from here to here, and then we got a plan to go from here to here. So at each point, you're just taking profits. Okay, you take profits, stop to break even, at least at a very minimum, or bring it to a lower high, and then work your way down. And then if you lose this level there, work your way down. But this is a big but now. Now, I want you to think about it this way. I mean, some of you guys might be thinking like, yo, dude, like, this is going to be a bit hype in it, and I don't understand why you're saying this, but I get it. But just bear with me for a second. Khalil's asking, bro, what was the sentiment like in March in 2020 COVID crash? Bro, everyone was looking for 1K, bro. Everyone was looking for 1K, including myself. That's the sentiment. I was looking at 1K. I think what happened was when it comes to Bitcoin, it's all a range-bound environment. If I show you on like the weekly. So everyone's aware of the COVID crash right over here, but the range it was always played in February's range. I won't forget that. That's February's low, and that's February's high, and that was a range. And you can see how that low here was support, deviation, comes up, resistance, and we did a sudden crash because we took out these lows. It looks like bearish market structure, of course, because we got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then we cleanly break market structure over here, right? So everyone was very scared, you know, including myself. Not scared, but like we're looking to buy like for Bitcoin to go lower as well. I didn't buy the dip in these areas here at the time. You know, I started buying and started accepting once we were above 6k, it was going to the mid range to the range highs, and that's what happened. And when we break above the range highs, let me just bring that across. You know, we have a pullback, and then Bob's your fucking uncle, it goes up in 2021, right? So it's the same thing here. When you look at this area here, we've had our consolidation. The consolidation was in this area here. It was July's range. That's what we was playing back then. So July's low is right over here, and July's high is right over here, a little bit lower. There we go. That's July's high, and you can see the consolidation, deviation, push up to the mid range. So the range highs, this is the mid-range held, push up, broke above it, retest this area there, and we do come back for another retest, and it builds another range, and that was the quarterly range. The quarterly low was this low over here, and the quarterly high was about this high. I think it was about this high over here. That was the quarterly range, and then like those who followed me on Twitter will know that I was very bullish here. I still got a swing long on Ethereum back in the second quarter lows itself. It's like $1,500, and I still got that freaking swing long going on Ethereum. It's all on Twitter. You guys can all check it out there. What's going on, Mr. M? Good to have you there. Trend is your friend. Like, that's the thing is, like, look, you're saying the trend is your friend in it, right? And you got like this. Do you remember when we broke this as well? How many people were scared at this area? There was a lot. There was a lot, and you know, very few of us was actually quite bullish at the time. It's all come again. What they were saying wasn't incorrect as well. You know, they made a lot of sense. But again, for me, I was saying back then, for me to start shorting, we'd have to get below July's low. You know, because at the moment, the market structure was higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And that was still a higher low because we never took out that low over here. And if you guys remember, there was another thing, just to put it up there. Again, this is not for clout, but I was just telling you like my validity of what I'm saying. I'm not making this shit up. Do you guys remember this? It was all on Twitter about the whole thing as well. Like, you know, like there was different variations of people were saying that it wasn't accumulation, it was distribution as well, which I can understand what they were saying, but I think we're looking at different points. So there's all respect to one another as well, and it's like everyone's got their views and opinion. And look, I could have been wrong. They could have been, you know, they could have been wrong. It's that kind of thing. But like, I'm not here to be disrespectful to anyone's views and opinions. I just don't really care too much about everybody's views and opinions. I just do my own thing, and I just look at my own thing as well. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here for anything else. But me and you are all here to make money, and that's how it should be as well. So like, if I'm wrong in something, I will always put my hand up and say I'm wrong on this. So, but when I think about it in 2023, I'm quite glad that I was quite bullish. It was against the status quo at the time. You know, a lot of people was always like, nah, it's bearish to going for like the yearly open. Which I can understand in the yearly open retest. Absolutely, I think that makes a lot of sense. But when I was looking at it, like using the July's range, and we broke about it, the only way for me to go to yearly open is get back in July's range high, break that down, which is like that's July's high around here. So if we were to break down over here, then I can say, yeah, you know what, fuck it, go back to the mid range to range low, and then work our way to the flat body candle. That's the only way for me to say it. But you can see this is a phase E, the expansion side, you know, from the Wyckoff distribution phase. And I think Bitcoin dominance is doing the what's the opposite of accumulation? Unaccumulation. That's not the right fucking word, innit? Deaccumulation. Nah, I don't fucking know, innit? Distribution. Fucking hell. Fucking can't be with it today, innit? David's in the house. Could you please explain the trigger fractal you drew at support and resistance level? Which one? Which one? There's so many fractals I do, David. Well, I don't do much fractals in it, but I talk about so much stuff. And I do. There's so much that runs through my head. Like, yeah, it's just fucking like wildfire. So if you can actually just be a bit more specific, I'll be more than happy to do so. But yeah, we've been up on the upside, and now we're having a bit of consolidation now. So how do I play this? It's like we're talking about gold doing we talked about dollar indexes at key resistance. We talked about SPX making a new all-time high. We talked about gold doing the ETF did a consolidation. Now with Bitcoin, I show you the bearish signs. I don't think it's going to go down to 32k. I think it's going to get people a bit more worried as we make our way up. Yes, the trend line has been broken over here, but like I said, the trend, well, you guys were saying the trend is your friend. So when we had a trend right in this particular area here, and we lost this level there, look what happened. We do a deviation, right? And we completely smash this, not even a retest, and breaks down. Completely smash this, and we just go a lot more fucking higher, and we just start shooting up. And I think something similar is going to happen right here, So if I just spread this across, we've got trend line over here, right? Something like that. We didn't get a retest over there. It's all consolidation. Once we pop up, I think we get a quick run up and then fly off here possibly as well. But like we said, ETF had a range for gold ETF had a range. I reckon the gold ETF for the range is here too. It's the same thing in my opinion. What you could do, let's keep things simple, right? You got this high and this low here. Swing high and swing low, right? That low over here has not been taken out. I am of the opinion, which is very risky again, right? And look, you don't have to take the trade, of course. This is not financial advice, and this is not anything like that. I'm just sharing you my views and opinions, and what I do is on me. So when any mistakes I do is on me, any gains I do is on me as well, and by the will of God, actually. That, you know, you always gotta be thankful to God itself. Give your charities. Happy Friday to all you guys, and Jummah Mubarak as well. So you know, so for me, I'm of the opinion the market structure is quite bullish, as in, like, that's the higher high. Well, that's the higher high. Oopsie daisy, let me change the color. That's the higher high, that's the higher low, that's the higher high, and that's the higher low. This low has not been taken. I reckon that's possible. So we're gonna have to work this out level to level on what we're looking for. Now, what we're looking for is, if I bring up, not this chart here, bring up my level, right? There's a range bound environment here. Okay, there's a range bound environment over here, and we got this midpoint, which is the midpoint pretty much between these range bound environment, which is the yearly open. If there's a deviation, what I'm looking for to make things more clear, I think, which will make it more simple, is that if we can get back above the yearly open, hold above the yearly open, and shows me bullish price action and reclaims it, then this is starting to show me higher highs, higher lows, right? And that'll, excuse me there, that'll be a deviation of the freaking of the yearly open, because above the yearly open is bullish, below the yearly open is bearish. Because if we come back into it, and start breaking down, likeliness will be coming down over here. We don't want to find resistance at the yearly open. It could happen, but what we want to do is reclaim the yearly open, and then start making our way to the range highs of this high over here, and then go into the Q1 2021 mid-range. We talked about plenty of time, which is 49k, and once we reclaim this, is making our way for the next set of legs into the freaking 2022's high, which is about 48.2k, and your confirmation, your final confirmation to say this is going to 50k, well, really, I think 62k will be up this area over here. That's what I'm thinking for. So we've got a long way, in my opinion. To me, is level to level, which is one level over here. That's one level. Second level, which will be here, 49k, and the third level will be the 45k. Then it will be 48.2, and then we'll reclaim that, and then we start going to fucking 62k. I really think that's what's gonna happen, possibly, but we need to reclaim that yearly open. Like I said, if we lose this range low over here and starts breaking down, I'll work down to 38k, and what could well happen is, what if, right, which I was trying to explain to you. If we were to go down, it's not a big deal, which is 38k. What if we do a deviation of the range low, right, and holds above it, and because we're looking for fucking 32k. The only way to get 32k is if we break down and do this. Show me continuation of lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But if it does a deviation, deviation of this, and steps back into it, I like my chances to go into the yearly open as a target, and then work our way to 45k, and then 48.2, maybe a retest of the yearly open, and then work our way to 45, and then 48.2, and then we fucking send this motherfucker back up there. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm a bit excited, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like being bullish. It's fun, and everyone wins. You know, I've got a lot of spot bags I've been building since the beginning of 2023. But that's the plan. That's all it is. So evening B. Actually, it's morning. You know, it'll be morning for you as well. So bless you there. I really appreciate you actually jumping on. Thank you so much for the love and support, guys. Smash the likes as well. You know, if you can show me some support there. So but yeah, that's BTC. Now Ethereum, I think it could well be fucking bullish. I got stopped out on this one. Well, here's what it is. I did say, you know, there's a risk out there. It could come into this level there, but we've come back to retest off these highs there. Now, there's a bit of a range bound environment here. If you look at this is the mid-range. We're above the yearly open, right? If we take out this high here, right? If we take out this high over here and reclaim that level there, that should, well, really, this is your confirmation for higher price to go towards 3k. Well, 3k is over here, and then from 3k we can look at 39k, which is like 2022's high, which sounds freaking mental. But don't don't put it past it. Honestly, don't put it past it as well. I think it's really, really possible that this is going to be a monstrous trade. To me, 3K is going to be a key thing. I like to use this chart here. So, as you can see, we've done the deviation on on Ethereum, and you see how we make higher lows below the yearly open, comes above it, finds supports, breaks above these highs. It's showing me bullish price action. So I'm not bearish on Ethereum, and I'm not bearish on Bitcoin really as well. So I'm still looking for longs, personally speaking. I'm not going to do anything else apart from that. I mean, one thing is to make it a lot more easier to go to that liquidity than 38k. What you could do, just to make it a lot more simpler, go to the 1 hour, is just draw this. I think this is doing one of my favorite patterns, to be honest, as well. Is that, so you got this high over here, see how this is getting capped. So I'm going to see something like this, push back up over here. I'm looking at this low over here. Right, looks like a deviation over here. There's a 2. Push back up. Maybe we get something like this, and maybe get a retest of this or the block here. Find some support, and then break above that. This will be my confirmation for higher prices into liquidity, and liquidity over here before we take the ascension. Maybe do something like that, and then go into this area here as a secondary target. So that's target 1. Target 2, and then once we break above this, fucking send this to 3k. That's the way I'm looking at it in terms of Ethereum. Because above the bullish price action, this could well be a deviation from these lows. It's possible as well. That's all I'm looking for. If you look at it this way, that's like your range high over here, and that's like your range low over here, and you can see how acts as resistance, support, deviation, support, resistance, breaks above it. Does it have to retest this area here? Not necessarily. This is safe to say that was enough, sufficient for a retest, and you can see that high itself acts as support over here. Well, it's starting to show me. So that's if you look at market structure itself, you've got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? That's the whole leg down. But if you mark this down, like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower high, lower low, and we're kind of breaking above this. So I want to see this hold itself. Maybe comes into here, holds above that, break out the trend line, liquidity, off we fucking go. And that's for Ethereum there. Hopefully that helps out. Hey, it's Jay in the house. How's it going? It's been an insane day. We'd love to hear about it as well. Evening to you as well. Just going for Ethereum itself. So I'm bullish on Ethereum, personally speaking. Just looking for more of a bullish setup. 2016 high on dollar index. So you look at Bitcoin. So let's go through each scenarios that we've done. Dollar index is at the 2016 range high. All right, so that's a macro high itself. So that's bearish. We've got SPX making a new all-time high. That's bullish. It's the other stocks actually doing that. I didn't even check it, to be honest. I should have. That's a bit dumb of me. Yeah. So you got the US 100 making new highs. Come on, bro. Like, fucking hell. What's the Dow doing as well? The US 30. Yeah, come on, bro. It's made a new fucking high. So you got stocks. So you got dollar indexes at major resistance, right? You got stocks making new all-time high. You've got what else you got? Fucking, what did we do? Shit, I'm not going with it today right now, isn't it? It's not really a fucking good evening for me. I see everyone saying evening to fucking Jay, but like it's going downhill for me, lads. So it was fine before Jay came in, Jay came in, fucking ruined everything there. I'm joking there, but yeah. So we got dollar indexes at major resistance. We got freaking stocks all making new all-time highs. We've got Bitcoin is like we're looking for potential deviation. Why? Because of the yearly open. Why? Because gold didn't after the ETF, this consolidation. We are looking at the same fractal of the idea that Bitcoin is doing a consolidation before he does the breakout to the upside, like the accumulation itself. We've also got Ethereum has broken out the yearly open, looking quite bullish. How does that look like for EBTC? If EBTC is bullish, then we got more signs to reasons of reasoning to actually be to have a very bullish alt cycle going forward as well. So what I've got here is a range bound environment within for EBTC. Some of you guys are, but yes, say it. Thank you, Steve. You know what I need? I need a fucking cig. That's what I fucking need in it. I think that's what my body's trying to tell me is like, yo, you're low on fucking nicotine, lads. Yeah, you good at DAX? How's DAX doing? Yeah, they all went mental. They saw a lady in it. Everyone jumped jumped into it. You need a bifter. What the fuck's a bifter, bro? I swear you're making up the words, bro. Mm. So, when you're looking at like EPTC, that high and that low is your range bound environment. Deviation, deviation, deviation. Looks like a fucking deviation because we've broken out these highs there. If it does a pullback of it into this area, no fucking problem. But once we break above this high, this is going straight to mid-range, mid-range to range high. And every time we do that, like when EPTC push up, that means Ethereum is the powerful figure, not Bitcoin. A reefer. Oh, got ya. Oh, got ya. Yeah, but like fucking, it's illegal in the UK, bro. Yeah, blue light glasses. Yeah, I fucking get migraines. That's my problem in it. So I haven't had it for a long time, but I can feel it in the fucking side of my head. I'm like getting those little pain and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, I need my glasses. When I first fucking got them, right, like my family thought I was fucking trying to be like Iron Man. I'm like, bruv, Iron Man trying to be like me. You know what I'm saying? So, I like them. I like them. It cost me a bomb though, you know. Who would have thought fucking blue light glasses would cost a bomb? So, but I mean, that's my fault. I went to go buy Tom Ford in it. Appreciate that, Berlin. So yeah, so I'm saying like ETH looks bullish, looks very, very strong. So you got Bitcoin dumping, right? And ETH didn't do, like the EPC chart just fucking consolidated here, man. It didn't do much. So it's just, I think in my opinion, it's all just a fucking a facade to block the vision of you thinking of ahead of the game itself. I think everyone's talking about being bearish. In my opinion, I'm like, let them fucking talk bearish because they did the same shit back in 2023, the whole year. You know, bears gave us shit the whole time through. When they couldn't join us. I don't know why they couldn't join us. They couldn't actually sit down and say, yo, listen, maybe some of these guys make sense, you know, like Capo and Wiz and myself speaking as well. Maybe fucking Sebo made a bit of sense there because they were bullish, not because they were bullish on alts. I mean, I don't think you should respect them because of the amount of followers. I think you should respect the person for who they are and what they bring to the table. But when you look at something like Kappa, he brings a lot of alts to the table as well. Some fantastic alts, and I know he's got an interesting story as well. You got Wiz, been known for Luna as well. You got Mac, all those guys they've been bullish throughout the year. And if you think about it, why? What makes you bullish? So I think the problem is that everyone wanted lower price because the greed for the downside was so much greater for the greed for the upside. But when we got to 69k, how many people thought we were going to go to 100? I thought we wouldn't go to 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same situation. So that now people want 10k, 12k yearly open, 15k. I'm going to buy everything there. Why would the market listen to you? You know, why would the market do that to you? In it, like you're going to put your bids over there. I understand that, but like, the market will do whatever it wants to do. In my opinion, it's market structure. The moment it breaks market structure to the downside, it's bearish. On the daily especially. If it breaks market structure to the upside or does a continuation to the upside, it's fucking bullish. Just fucking play the game to the upside and let's make money together. I don't understand why everyone has to be fucking angry and shit. And speaking about angry, I was like, fucking, I saw that tweet with Zach XBT in regards to the freaking SAVM. Now, I'll get to that in a moment as well, to SAVM. I'm bullish on it as well. You know, we're talking about a lot of BlackRock and shit like that, but let's just quickly go through EPDC and try and break down the importance that are we bullish, or, you know, is there a sign for bullishness, or is this just a fucking bunch of hocus pocus? That's what it comes down to. So EPD looks bullish. It looks like it's going to go up high. It looks like if this goes up, Ethereum's a stronger power, which makes sense to go to 3K. It makes absolute sense. Maybe, right, if that's the case, if EPDC looks bullish, Bitcoin dominance needs to be bearish, and ETH dominance needs to be bullish. So we'll do that together. So when you look at Bitcoin dominance, it's bearish. It's bearish. You know, we had a trend line over here, as you can see in blue, right there. So this low there, support over here. You know, we do a deviation, but we can't fucking hold it. We just come back down and take out this low. Market structure is bearish too as well. You know, like I said, follow the market structure. Let's do that together. That's the low, high, 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 low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, and then we shift market structure. We make a lower low, we take out this low over here, make a lower high because we can't take out that high over there, and we're now making a new lower low because we've just taken out this low over here. So that's the shift in market structure. And at the same time, Bitcoin dumped. So you'd think Bitcoin dominance will push up, but what happened? It didn't do shit. It's a facade. It's a bunch of bullshit. If you trade DAX on a tick chart, there's no reason to be crossed. Yeah, absolutely. I think fucking everyone got it, like has got their views as well, and I think emotion really gets to us as a human being. It's a very tough one. I can understand that too as well. So I hope things like like for me, I just hope to actually not become rude. I mean, I've been rude before. I'm not saying I'm a great human being. I've been rude before as well. I've been rude to my parents, unfortunately, as well, and to some of my family members as well. And I've got nothing but love for them as well. And I've made mistakes, but we try to perfect ourselves as a human being and not fuck up. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance looks bearish. ETH dominance looks fucking what? Bullish. It looks a bit like the Bitcoin chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart. Sorry, the EPDC chart, and it's the same thing. You know, like this is a range bound environment. That was a range low. That was a range high. Deviation, 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 resistance, support. Come into the mid-range to range high. Looks alright to me. Looks perfectly alright to me. Total 2 right now is just in consolidation. Nothing's really changed too much as well. It's just consolidating in this area here. What we're looking for, I mean, again, let's do market structure for the sake of argument's sake. How's it looking like? Let's just hide this over there. So we got something like this. That's the low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and as long as this low doesn't get taken out, it's still bullish market structure. All we're looking for is a reclaim of this high itself, and then we can start going for the ascension to the upside. Now the ascension to the upside is an interesting one, right? This is total 2, and I'll cover total 3 because some of you guys really love that stuff. I've got a range bound environment here between this high and this low over here. Support, deviation, resistance, and this is all the deviation. So if we break above these highs over here and we hold above this is 25% of the range we're playing towards the mid-range, which is 105 trillion, and then reclaim this. It goes to level to these highs there. I reckon we actually go up to 1.5 trillion, you know, like sometime this year. I reckon that's what's going to happen. It's mad to say that. And if we look at total 3, right, that's your range bound environment. Again, it's a quarterly range, similar to total 2. That's the high, that's the low. Resistance, deviation, resistance, comes down here. That's all the deviation, consolidation at the range lows itself. We broke above the highs. We're at support. You draw a fucking trend line if you want to fucking draw a trend line, and then like let's fucking do it together. Actually, all it is just break of this high over here, right? Something like that. And then, boy, this gets on. So we're just coiling up. You can see how this is coiling up anyway. But all we need to do is break above these highs, bullish price action, fucking take out these highs, and then we go up to 685 billion on total 3, and then reclaim that. I reckon we actually do end up. And again, I think it's very possible by end of the year we can go to 983 billion, somewhere along the lines of that. I think. Oh, it froze. Sorry about that, guys. I think my battery died on me either. Fuck it. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. So, thank you for that, Steve. So, I reckon we'll go up to nearly 1 trillion by the end of the year. In my opinion, just a range bound environment. You know, some people might think to themselves, "Oh, but you're fucking crazy, bro." We did this, man. In 1 year, we went up to the range highs once, twice, and we even do a deviation. Right, we even go a little bit higher. So why can't I do it in 1 year, right? So this is done in 2 years, from 2021, which is here, 2022. We did it once, twice. Why can't we do it in 1 year? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's fucking the glare from my glasses make me look like Terminator. Fucking caught me by surprise there. Excuse. Oh fucking hell, that was funny. That was. Right, okay. Did I take, oh, I didn't take your mod away. Did I do that? I don't think I did that on purpose. Let me just sort that out there. Sorry, I just realized I didn't actually make their um uh let's play footsie as a mod. Should be there, but should be back to normal there. Apologies for that. All right, so that's pretty much it. One that I'm very bullish on quickly is SAVM. SAVM has been launched as well on the market itself. It's a very bullish market out there as well in regards to BRC20, a layer 2 ecosystem. Just quickly, just bring up Mortazar's. You guys can check it out if you go to Mortazar. I think I definitely actually retweeted it somewhere. This was about like 5 days ago or some shit like that. Oh, fucking I should have actually prepared for this. Fucking hell, sorry guys. No, 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 no. Yeah, no, that's not it. Fucking somewhere. I already did fuck this one up, didn't I? Yep, I completely did somewhere along the. I think it's on the 10th actually, I believe. There we go. There we go. Finally, we 11. We finally got there in the end. Do check out Mortazar's tweet as well. If you type in Mortazar and on his search as well, type in SAVM, you'll find this as well. It tells you everything about SAVM. But quickly, just to actually recap it as well, it's a good friend of mine. I've got a lot of love for that guy. Sweet human being as well. So shout out to Mortazar. Give him a follow too as well. Satoshi VM is a layer 2 technology for Bitcoin, similar to a bridge. It links Bitcoin with Ethereum system using Bitcoin itself for transaction for fees. What that means is it's basically a layer 2 for Bitcoin itself. Just like how you got Ethereum, got layer 2s like your Matic and so on and whatnot. This is now a layer 2 on the Ethereum network as well, so you can use Bitcoin as fees. And how does the VM bridge, the SAVM bridge Bitcoin and Ethereum ecosystem? It merges Ethereum adaptability with Bitcoin strength, allowing users to create digital assets and application on the Bitcoin network, which means just like how you do Ethereum like activities, which is like your dApps and all that kind of stuff, right? And NFTs, you could do that on SAVM. It is the layer 2 of Bitcoin. So this is a whole new ecosystem. And look, you guys can read the rest of it as well. I'm not gonna bore you to death with all the little the nitty gritty stuff as well. Of course, do your research as well. It's one of the most anticipated one. Launched on Ape Terminal. Launched like 2 days ago actually. Like last night actually. And the market has been very fucking quite good on it as well. Now, granted over here, like to me, it's still higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. I'm looking for a higher high. Now the question is this a lower high to make a new lower low? I don't know. I don't really know entirely itself, but what will tell me the truth is, if I look at like something like the 4 hours, it's because it's fairly new. It's very difficult to get a price action onto it as well. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it as well. But you can see these highs act as resistance, breaks above it, support there. I just want to see this high to get back up, and then it's a long, in my opinion. And look, it's at 76 million market cap. Layer 2s was a massive thing in crypto space in 2020 going to 2021. One of the most biggest one out there was Matic. Now Matic was an interesting one. Now just to recall what recall Matic in terms of market cap by typing Polygon. Right? In terms of the market cap itself, you can see back when he meant nothing, the market cap was at 10, 20, 30, 80 million, 20, 14, and you can see for a long time, even 2020 November was at 17 million market cap, and everyone knows it went up to like 2 billion market cap, and then it shot up to 2.5. So like, does this go up to like a billion, a billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion? I don't know, but I do reckon, personally speaking as well, that SAVM is actually one of those that can go to a billion market cap. That's one that I'm not gonna look to fade. Everyone wants to look. Going into low caps is great as well, and as this become a mid cap and so on, it increase the probability of higher prices and whatnot. But I think, I believe personally, something like this can actually have massive gains to the upside itself. It's just looking for the right place to buy. I mean, like looking at this at the 1 hour, I'm just trying to help you guys to buy. I mean, I had it was launched as well If you guys saw the tweet about 125 around this area here or so, Mac BTC actually posted about it, and it this fucking did numbers. You know, it went all the way up there. So fair play to the lad as well. So all I'm looking for is something like, if you look at, you see, like if you follow like all the blocks, right? That's an order block that holds support. Great, pushes up. The next order block will be this one. The last down candle that pushes the market up there, holds support right here, and it pushes up. Now this is the next order block there. So I really and truly, I don't want price to get underneath here. If it does get underneath here, then we have to look for lower price and see where we can establish a range itself. But one thing you can do to actually, you know, help you out if you want actually, if you're looking to actually get on board, is something like this. Got a trend line there that's acting as resistance. Once it breaks above here, shows me bullish price action like that, then it's Bob's fucking uncle, off we go for higher prices. So that's something that I'll be looking for SAVM as well. So one of the key points I'm looking at, that I've got going on, you can't trade low caps. Why is that? What's going on? How come? You need help that you trade low cap. But yeah, there's a few other things that's out there in terms of like AIX. Oh, don't know if you guys are well aware, AIX has actually made in a partnership with Ton. So quick shout to AIX as well. One of my low caps I'm actually holding. I've got this, honestly speaking, from 2 cents, and shout out to Kazi for actually bringing this to my attention as well. So I'm still holding my tokens on there, and it's one that I don't have any intention to sell. Especially we got like freaking news about Ton that is actually bringing AIX onto their platform on their Telegram and using their capabilities. So that's going to be a very interesting one going forward. I think this definitely have legs to go to 100 million market cap at a minimum, and then from there we'll work out what's the next stage going on forward. So that's AIX there. Look, is this a deviation? We can step. Let me zoom back in. That's fucking stupid. That was. I mean, look, in terms of market structure itself, to me, that's like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's the higher high. This could be where the higher low. I don't really want to see this go lower. Yes, it's fucking 18 cents as well where it is. But if you think about it this way, if total 2 is looking bullish, this is all going to go bullish. All your alts as well, not just the one that I'm in as well, will go up. Yours will go up too, inshallah. So that's all we're looking for. It's a range bound environment. You know, like if we can step back in to this level here and hold above that, it's a good opportunity for buyers, if you ask me, to work our way back to 24 cents. And the real truth is, we need to reclaim this level here, that level there. So once we reclaim this, that will be my confirmation for higher prices to the upside there. If I actually, let me see something. Is it doing that? You can use this actually. Yeah, you can use this as a pattern itself. So we see how it goes. So if it holds like this, Bob's your fucking uncle into this area there, maybe a bit of a pullback, but once we break above it, something like that will give us confirmation for higher prices. Yeah, I think that's very, very plausible in my opinion. I can see OPSEC is one of my bags too as well. Shout out to Ghazi for that one too. Fucking Ghazi's actually getting me into a bunch of fucking low caps. So yeah, OPSEC I'm still in as well. So you guys are well aware what the situation is. So if I just look at what the current range is, that was the old range. Let me delete that. Go on to let's go to the daily. Let's see what we got here. So we've got very funky ass range though. I don't really have a clean one going on. 4 hours. What do we have? Well, all I can say, right? Market structure is still bullish. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So this low it's been left intact. It's not looking bearish itself, so that's all good. So if I start doing this, what is the key area that's looking at some support and resistance? That's an SR. We've got resistance over here, resistance, deviation, break above, support. And all this is a deviation. All we need to see is a break above 16 cents, bullish price action, clean the trend line itself, and off we go, higher prices in my opinion as well. And it all comes down to total 2. If I'm bullish on total 2, it's gonna be fucking sweet as well. Raheem's asking for ICX. Let's have a look at ICX. 6 USDT. Icon. Fucking hell, this is an altcoin. Icon, bruv. I remember Icon back in 2027, I believe. 2018 was it? Nah, it was way before that. This is USDT. Yeah. This is US. Fucking hell, ICX, man. I remember this motherfucker back then, bruv. Yo, I tell you something about ICX in it. You know the lows over here. The lows over here. I got that. The lows over there. It was ICX BTC. I got it at 950 sats. I remember that really, really well. Oh, fuck off. Not Kraken. ICX BTC. Oh, wrong one. Not Kraken. ICX BTC. Kraken. Yeah, Binance. It's all about the market, yeah. Where it is. Here. It doesn't show it. It doesn't show it. It was basically the day it launched, right? It pulled back in it, and actually, I bought the lows. Basically, I bought the lows anyway. It doesn't show it on this the thingy on the show. I can't remember where it was. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. But ICX, you're trading ICX for real? I thought that was a dead coin, you know. I like new coins, to be honest. Because the dead coins is like, I made the mistake of actually trading dead coins, and it wasn't all that. Let me just delete all this. Not that. Delete all this. Fucking back in the days, the 2020 guys as well. You can see that it's like even in 2021, I don't know, bro. Like for me, this is going a weekly. This is all consolidation. It's not really doing much. On the monthly, where's it? I'm trying to find a range here. You still have some ICX. Fucking hell. I can't believe I forgot this shit, you know. I don't lie to you. So the range bound environment it's okay. So this is a very difficult one to actually trade because it's so dead wise in that kind of sense. So you've got you know what? Go weekly. That's how fucking difficult it is if I'm struggling. Okay, the range bound environment, it's this now. Okay, it's this. You got this. You see, the whole thing is capped at one place. This area. This is what's capping this whole market there. Okay, as you can see, resistance over here, sells off. Resistance over here, sells off. We haven't come to here, so any resistance over here could be sell off, right? So that's what's capping the market. What's acting as support? I would say it won't be this because that was a stop run right over here. Then push back up. I would say it would be this low over here, right? This whole I'll probably use this low over here. I don't use that low. That low to me looks like a deviation, support, deviation, comes back down again, broken market structure. So what we're looking for, as long this level holds, if it does pull back, it's not a problem. Hold this level there. I'll be quite happy to go for these longs over here to 35 cents, and then we'll see how it reacts. If it starts breaking down, cut the trade, go back down lower, and it's just a range bound environment. But really and truly, you're looking for a breakout to this upside over here to start going into this, at least into this area, which is what, freaking 58 cents, I would say, and working level to level, right? But that's yeah, and then from 35 cents, we'll see what happens as well. So if you come onto a stream we're around that area, give me a reminder. We can actually drop that off as well. I'll do one more alt itself, and I'm gonna bounce itself. It's already freaking done an hour. Oh man, I feel fucking smashed. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I straight up feel fucking tired, man. M0. Let's do this one. Fucking that's on the low caps itself. I haven't even opened up M0 for a while, so I haven't looked at it. So what's going on? So we've come back down. Alright, cool, no problem. So originally this was the consolidation area here. Right? And that's the key that we need to reclaim itself. Okay, so what you got here is, again with market structure, highs, lows, highs, lows. I would say that's the high. You can use this as the high, that's the low. and that's the high, and this is the low. We really don't want to take out this low itself. It's very possible that we take out this low itself. I don't really know too much as well, but this is the very key point itself. So do we come back down as an opportunity to buy? If total 2 is looking bullish, it's going to hold this level there at least, definitely as well, and come into this area there. But the key point is this was acting as an SR. That's the high there. It's acting as resistance right there. Breaks above it, support over here. Is this a deviation? Once we step back up and hold above this level there, this is the bullish plan, and then we come up into at least this area, well, yeah, into this area here, which is around like 13.5 cents, and then reclaim that. Bob's your fucking uncle. Off we go for higher prices. Now, if it all comes down to total 2, if as long total 2 is what's going on too, I'm about to leave as well, man. But yeah, like it all comes down to total 2. The whole thing comes down to your to this market, to this chart here, and that's what a few things I'm focused on. Dollar index as well. We're trying to get back, last week's high, which we talked about, and that will give us confirmation. We'll talk about that on a Monday or probably Tuesday stream. We'll figure that out itself. The second thing is looking at stocks. It's making highs. We're looking at Bitcoin actually doing a deviation of the yearly open, reclaiming the yearly open is a key thing. We talked about freaking that's Bitcoin there. We talked about Ethereum is above the yearly open there. We're looking for this level to hold 23.87. That's the key point itself. Bullish price action, off we go. We talked about EBTC is actually showing very bullish as well, within that range bound environment. We talked about Bitcoin dominance. How is that looking like bearish on the market structure itself, and losing the trend line, not once but twice, quite very quickly as well. ETH dominance is bullish as well. Total 2 is looking fucking bullish. The key thing is we need to reclaim this motherfucking 832 billion, and then we can send this to 105 and then 1.5 trillion by the end of the year. I think that's very possible as well with this I got fucking distracted by Brett. Used car. That's a good one. Fucking hell. Oh shit. I think that's a fucking time to wrap, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, that's pretty much my view. We'll leave it as that, and we'll focus on we'll come Tuesday, we'll do a BTC stream, an Ethereum stream and update and whatnot. And then come Wednesday and Thursday, we'll do 2 streams in terms of alts as well. We'll focus on alts and really see what's going on. Hopefully by then we'll get a bit more price action in what's going on. With the total 2, that's the key thing. What I'm really more focused on than anything else. And that's why I didn't do a stream yesterday. I'm like, should I do a stream yesterday? There's not really much to talk about because it's pretty much the same thing that I did on Tuesday. So why waste your time in it? So we'll leave it as that. We'll catch it up as well soon. And well, quickly before I leave it on there, I'd leave you with this. What's capping the high? It's literally this high. Fuck off, that high. That's the high that's capping the market there. So by the end of the week, if we get a bullish close above here, right, and do this like that, that's fucking says any pullback, bullish price action above these highs there, and then we fucking send this to the fucking moon, lads. So yeah, I would have streamed a bit earlier, but like, you know what it was? I was invited to go out for dinner, and that's why I actually came a little bit later. But I think nevertheless in it. So we're here. Normally I do like to do things at 6 p.m. UTC time as well, so 3 hours earlier than usual as well. But apologies for that. But yeah, have a great fucking weekend. Catch you guys soon. Take care, everybody. And yeah, see you on Tuesday, man.